I am Dr. Rao, cardiologist. I'm working in KG Hospital for the last 20 years. Today we'll discuss about some of the important points which are the causes of the heart attack, how to recognize it in the early stage, and especially in the young population, when there's a lot of stress and strain in the young population, how to recognize the heart attack at the early stage. We will discuss some few points today. We all know that there are some traditional risk factors for heart attack, like diabetes, sugar, blood pressure, overweight, and family history. All these things are known to all of us for many years. That the high risk category of patients belong to high risk category, they must undergo a test called coronary calcification, especially they are about 40 to 50 years. A coronary calcification is a very easy test. It doesn't involve any radiation. You just go to the CT scan room, they'll make you lie on the table, and the camera will focus on you, and a picture will be taken on the coronary arteries, a simple photograph of the coronary arteries, and it will find out whether any calcium is present or not. If the calcification is there, that means that there is already a block is developing in the coronary arteries. It can be minor or major, depends upon the amount of calcification. If the calcification is zero, that doesn't completely rule out the block, but it will give you some information that yes, the block may not be major, it's minor, and the chance of getting heart attack is less than 1%. So if this is done routinely for all the diabetics and high risk category, I am sure we can pick up at least 70% of the patients who subsequently get the heart attack and get into the hospital and get into the problems, at least 70%. And if you find any calcification, it can be 50, it can be 100, it can be 150. You can start the patient on statin and cholesterol medication, plus probably aspirin. If these two can be given, and we can try to reduce the amount of future blockage, we can save a lot of patients. I think this is a very simple test. It's not expensive, and it can be carried out in many centers. Second important point, we are talking about the risk factors of the heart attack, like diabetes and blood pressure. That's okay. The most important risk factor in present-day life is a lack of sleep. Every individual requires minimum 6 hours of continuous uninterrupted sleep. When you go to sleep, you don't carry your worries and tomorrow's problems into your bed. If you don't sleep properly, next day morning, your blood pressure will be high, your heart rate will be high, there's a possibility of your coronary arteries getting narrowing, and most importantly, your immunity comes down. Sleep is like a laundry. Somebody said sleep is like a laundry. The way you wash your clothes, you wash your brain when you sleep well. There are a lot of chemicals and toxins are produced during your day-long your thinking process, thinking and planning process. We create a lot of toxins in the brain, and during the sleep, all the toxins are removed, and the brain is ready for the next day functioning. All the memory is stored in the proper places. The memory which is important is stored. Memory which is not important is removed. And this lack of sleep will cause a lot of issues. It can cause heart attack, it can cause stroke, it can cause diabetes, it can cause even infections. So don't compromise sleep. For the sake of working, don't compromise sleep. And somebody thinks that by reducing the amount of sleep, you can work more, you can get more remuneration, more progress in life. That's wrong. In fact, it's reverse. People who sleep well, without worries, good quality sleep, their performance is much better next day. Productivity is much better. It is not the question of how many hours of work you do. How much productivity your work is very important than how much hours of work you do. And this, if you follow, I think it will give you a lot of peace and mental peace, as well as the physical health for our population. Thank you very much for